Hello everyone, Jeff Barber here for RC Universe. We're going to take a look at the new Polaron EX charger combo from Graupner, distributed by OpenHobby.com. Starting at the bottom, you'll notice an adjustable plastic base that will accommodate the charger and power supply, or just the charger. The power supply converts 100 to 240 volts alternating current to a constant 12 volts direct current. We'll get the power supply connected to the charger with 3 specialized banana plugs. With these plugs inserted in the power supply, we're now ready to line up the 2 units and press them together. A solid snap sound will signal a positive connection between the units. With the charger and power supply now successfully snapped together, the AC power cord can be connected to the power supply, and the power switch can be turned on. As you can see, the LCD screens on both the power supply and the charger illuminate, and the charger starts to boot up for use. The power supply screen displays the voltage output, amperage output, and it even displays the air temperature around the unit. Moving over to the charger's screen, you'll notice that my name is at the top. This is just one of the many display settings that are customizable. The charger will also display the time and date. There are 8 selections available in the main menu: Profile, Charge, Discharge, Cycle, Balance, Data, Miscellaneous, and User Set. The stylus I've been using is also included. And snaps into a holder in the side of the charger. Though not the first selection in the menu, I'm going to start with the user setup. Here you will notice that there are selectable finish sounds. These are the notifications played when a battery has completed charging. The sound time can be turned on or off, and time length can be changed as well. The beep selection has an option of in or out, changing the volume of the sounds heard. The LCD intensity can be adjusted for easier viewing indoors or outside. The temperature scale is also selectable between Celsius and Fahrenheit, and the sound volume is a secondary selection to adjust the sound volume heard. You'll also notice the 3 buttons at the bottom. I'm using the up and down arrows to change my selections, and the other is a back button to get to the previous menu. Back on the main menu screen, you'll see the Channel 1 and Channel 2 selections at the bottom of the touch screen. These are to choose between the 2 channels of the charger, and each have the same menu options. I'm going into the profile selection next, and this is where I'll set up separate profiles for all the different batteries I will charge with the Polaron EX. Pressing and holding the battery name selection will give you a pop-up screen allowing you to enter a battery's name. In this case, I'll be setting up the profile for a 4S 4000 milliamp hour LiPo battery. I have a few of these, so it'll be a good profile to have. After touching the battery type, voltage, or capacity selection, I'm using the up and down arrows again to change my selection. Pressing the back button when finished will save the selection. We'll start with connecting the balance lead to the charger, leaving the top pin disconnected. In this case, I'm using channel 1 on the Polaron EX. I can now connect my charging lead to the charger. Connect the battery's balance plug to the balance lead, and connect the charging plug to the charging lead. With that done, I'm ready to charge the battery. The profile is already set to the correct battery, so I can press the charge icon and press the right arrow button to initialize the charge. The charge mode is preset, so pressing the right arrow again will allow the charger to check the battery. The battery will then begin to charge. The screen will then display voltage, amperage, the amount of charge, and even the temperature of the battery if the included sensor is connected. When the charger detects the battery has completed its charge, the selected sound will play, notifying that the charge is complete. Pressing the stop button at the bottom of the page will stop the charge and/or return the screen to the previous charging screen. As I stated earlier, the Polaron EX has 2 channels, allowing 2 batteries to be charged simultaneously. In addition to the channels button on the screen, the round mode button can be used to switch between the 2 channels. The discharge and cycle selections are used to discharge and cycle batteries. The balance selection will give you information on the cell count, pack voltage, average voltage, gap voltage, and minimum and maximum cells and their voltage. The data selection will give you the input voltage, output voltage, battery temperature, peak battery temperature, and the milliohms of resistance recorded during charging. Moving on to the miscellaneous selection, you'll see 4 different sub-selections: servo, motor, warmer, and ESC. The servo selection allows the Polaron EX to be used as a servo tester and for checking endpoints and centering servos. There's also a test function to run the servo at different speeds. Looking at the side of the charger, you'll notice a panel that has a USB port, the servo test port, a motor sensor connection, and an extension module. The motor and extension port are used for setting up ESCs and testing motors. Plugging a servo into the servo port will allow the servo to be tested. The motor selection will allow the user to break in, program, and test electric motors. While the warmer selection will allow the user to warm batteries and tires. Both battery and tire warmer selections will require the purchase of the battery warming bag and tire cup to work. Lastly, the ESC selection can be used to program Graupner's speed controls with integrated telemetry functions. The instruction manual included with the charger will walk you, the user, through programming functions. That pretty much wraps up the basic operation of the new Graupner Polaron EX charging combo. As always, thanks for watching.